your girl, Miss Chopping to you with another hot to use these working properly. So I'm gonna do it with the regular clear hot glue gun sticks. So as you on here, secure it down with my wig pin. I'm also using, instead of a shower cap, which is what I normally use, I decided that I'm going to use a supermarket bag because I have used it before and it's thicker, and most of the time when you take it off, a lot of this don't end up inside of your wig. So for right now, as you can see, I have the ear parts marked off and I have this side marked off as well. And then at the top I have to possibly put a closure if I decide to make a full wig or if I decide to do a U part. So that way I don't have to go back and take it off, put it on my head to see where I'm going to put it or whatever. See, I know you probably seen the dog in the background. He looks a little scrawny, but that's a dog that my son rescued, and we've been taking care of him and trying to make him feel better if he was in the background. So back to this wig. I'm going to be using the Timeless Outre four-piece pack. It has this back piece for the nape area that has the little hairs in the back. So if you want, you can put it in an updo. And as you can see also, it's all connected to this part. So you can place it in the back of the mannequin. Being that it's like this, I don't recommend gluing it over the straps. So what I'm going to add the hot glue gun glue to here, and then I'm going to put this part above the straps. Then that way I still can expand it, stretch it, or whatever, and also so I won't cover up the straps, and then I will be able to secure it and make it tighter if need be, or loosen it up. And then I guess I'll come back at the end once I'm completed, and then probably going to add a track down here to cover the bands. Not all the time I do that, but I think I might do it for this because this is going to be so high. Even though you won't see it, I still want to have, maybe I might add a track back there and cut it to the length of this hair, so that'll give me even more hair in the back to cover up if I decide to do an updo. So once again, I'm going to start from the end of it, and I'm going to start at this point above the strap. So I'm going to get myself together. And oh, one other thing too, the color is 1B, which you may or may not be able to see. I did lighten it a little bit, so it is a little bit lighter, but you can't really see it on camera, I guess. So I'm going to come back with the beginning processes, and then I'm going to probably fast forward the video so the video won't be so long. So stay tuned. Okay, so I already attached the nape piece, and as you can see, like I was saying, with the short hairs in the back right there, I did glue it above the band, so you can, maybe you can, maybe you cannot see the adjustable straps still there, and that I can still access them. So I'm going to continue. Now that this is already attached, see, it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to start cutting the pieces and gluing them on. I already washed the hair, so I'm just going to measure and glue, measure and glue, measure and glue. So I have my shears. And another thing too with these tracks are very thin, so you really don't have to worry about splitting because these are not double wefted tracks, which is good. I like that. So you know for a fact that the tracks are thin. So the hair is a little bit out of order because I washed it and I've had it sitting and stuff or whatever. So like I said, you're going to measure. You want to do that for sure. And I'm going to glue the tracks above the band when starting at the back. So I'm going to measure from one side to the other. And like I said, I'm going to do above the band. So measure, get your shears, and cut. So have that piece ready to go. And once again, I'm going to remeasure again. Make sure I have it on the correct side that I want to start on, which is going to be this side. Take your hot glue gun. I like to do mines in sections instead of going all the way across the width of it. One thing about the back is you really don't have to really necessarily worry about how much glue you put in the back of it, because of course that's all going to be covered up, like I said, above the band, because you don't want to be able to not stretch the cap. Once you completely cover up those bands, you won't have no access ability to stretching. I don't really always kind of tap on it like most people. Sometimes, you know, to that point where, and it's above the band over here as well. Once that's attached, you can go on to measuring your next piece. And I didn't seal the wefts. For some reason, when you are using the hot glue gun wig, the hot glue gun, not hot glue gun wig, but when you're using the hot glue gun, for some reason to me, it seems more or less like the glue kind of holds. If you glue it properly, you really, really see that the hair don't shed as much. Gonna have, and make sure that them ends are, want to make sure your ends are secure, and just continue on. Don't worry about any hairs getting in your way. So if you watched my hot glue gun do-over from the failed U part with that cap was just too big for my head. So you can go and watch that one as well, and it has the same steps. I'm not doing anything different. It's just a different hair company here and a different color here. That's all. I'm just doing the same exact. All is when you touch it. If you wait a couple of seconds, that's why I hold it first, to give it a chance to cool off, because it cools off very quickly and it dries very quickly. And the glue comes off your fingers and everything very easily. You know, it's not a hassle or whatever. So I'm just going to continue on doing the same thing. As you can see, I'm almost at the top. I'm going to lift. I'm only barely like into the second pack of it, and I have like so much left for the top. So, and I also have some 12-inch left. So this is the back of it. This is how full it is in the back. You can barely even see anything. I've just started closing up at the top to start forming a circle, so I haven't decided yet on what I'm going to do with the top yet. I'm kind of still undecided on that, but I'm going to get the mannequin a little closer to the camera so you can see how I curve the tracks here, so when you pull the hair back, you really don't see anything but track. And I also did it on the same thing on the other side, and then I just placed the track straight across it or whatever, because I'm trying to form the U, even though like the other tracks on this side are curved. You can also see, you don't see any tracks either. So I'm going to continue to finish this, being that this video is starting to get so long right now, I'm trying to angle it down so you can see the head and how the circle is forming, because I just started adding a few tracks here to fill in this part, so you see a complete U shape. It's kind of big because I'm not finished. I'm still going to add some more tracks here, but like I said, the video is getting so long, I'm going to pause on this one, and hopefully if you guys want to see part 2 of the completion of this wig, just hit that like button and leave a comment. If you choose to leave a comment as well, I would appreciate the comment. And once again, this is Miss Chocolate, and I'll see you on part 2.